What's up, darts fans? Welcome back to Darts on 180.news. Smash like, hit subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Clayton, win it all, and I could walk away. This matters right now because Johnny Clayton opens his Ali Pali campaign with a 3-1 win over Adam Lipscomb, and he's already talking retirement if the dream run ends with the Sid Waddell Trophy. Clayton averages 92.53 and lands 3 ton-plus checkouts to seal it, taking out 145, 135 and 100 in the final set. Then he lays out the reality of life on tour in brutally honest terms. Clayton says, "It is work, you know. A hobby has become my job. Hopefully it is going to be until I retire. If I win $1 million this year, then I might retire. It might be the end of Johnny Clayton, so who knows?" There are no opponent or pundit reactions included in this report, but Clayton gives you both sides himself. He admits nerves after 3 straight first-round exits at his previous 3 majors, and jokes that fire doors hurt when he punches them backstage. Those finishing bursts scream confidence, but the retirement talk adds a sharp edge. When a player frames it as job versus hobby, every big moment suddenly feels like a final exam. He's back on December 20th against Dom Taylor. Is this the start of a fairy tale send-off, or does the pressure of that $1 million and I'm out line catch up with him? What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Drop your take below. Gerwyn Price claps back after shock weight loss talk. Right now, the Iceman turns up to Ali Pali visibly leaner for his opening clash with Czech qualifier Adam Gawlis after shedding 3 stone, and the reaction around it is getting loud. Price tells Sunsport he isn't strict with food, but he times meals better, eating healthily at the right times, keeping portions smaller, and having not-so-healthy stuff earlier so he doesn't go to bed on it. Support comes from his inner circle, who praise the change, but the opposition is brutal online, with trolls accusing him of losing weight too quickly and saying he looks too thin, which triggers his now famous topless gym post showing off his abs. Price's read is simple: you can't win with everyone. He says it isn't about what anybody else thinks, it's about feeling comfortable and good in himself, and he does. Noting he goes from around 16.5 stone, about 104 kilograms, down to roughly 85 kilograms. He frames it as performance too. Better shape helps in longer formats and heavy Sundays where you can play 3 or 4 games, and he says it supports mentality as well, less tired, sharper, and if it nudges darts physique-wise culture, he's happy. And while the darts world watches the new look Price, he's also building a post-Oki life, buying 185 acres and a farmhouse unused for 3 decades, teasing plans for the next couple of years, and maybe being a farmer when he retires at 50. What do you think? Smart evolution for Price, or too much noise over nothing? Drop your take below.
And by the way, is it time for a darts upgrade? Buy Loxley darts at thedartslounge.co.uk.
Cammy Meltdown sparks immediate calls for support. Cameron Menzies crashes out 3-2 at Ali Pali, losing first round to 20-year-old debutant Charlie Manby. The 26th seed unravels on and off the Oki, and it instantly becomes bigger than just the scoreline. Sky Sports pundit Wayne Mardle says he feels sympathy, but draws a hard line on the conduct. Mardle says, "The frustration boiled over, but you've got to control that," adding that Menzies let himself down and can't do that anywhere. The incident turns chaotic after the match, with Menzies visibly furious, burning his hand on a stage firework during his walk-off, then repeatedly punching a table. Mardle says he expects the Darts Regulation Authority to punish it and hopes the PDPA are there for him. Menzies apologizes and explains he's been coping with a family tragedy, saying his uncle Gary recently passed away. He says, "It's not an excuse, but admits it all just became too much and stresses he doesn't want it to take anything away from Manby. PDC chief Matt Porter confirms the organisation speaks with Menzies and his management before he leaves the venue. Porter says the PDC and PDPA support is available, and while the incident is reported to the DRA, our main priority is the players' health and well-being. Now the big question is what happens next. What does the DRA decide, and how quickly can Menzies reset mentally after this public moment? And with his explanation out there, does the reaction soften or stay ruthless? What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Drop your take below.
Buy Loxley Darts at loxleydarts.com. Peter Wright just threw a massive dig at MVG. With Wright through round 1 at Ali Pali, he's already talking up a possible third-round blockbuster with Michael van Gerwen, and he's hinting the Dutchman might be losing a key edge at the worst time. Wright's point is simple: vision matters in darts, and the youngsters may have the advantage. He says, "I think their eyesight's better than ours. I think MVG's vision's probably going, but he doesn't admit it at the moment." There isn't a direct reply from Van Gerwen in the material, but Wright frames it as a wider reality check. He mentions Gary Anderson using glasses or contacts as the supporting example, while the opposing reality is MVG hasn't admitted any issue and still has to win to set up the clash. From a darts 180 lens, this is classic mind games dressed up as honesty. Wright is building the hype, firing himself up, and putting a tiny question mark over MVG before either of them even reach the same stage. And here's the kicker. Wright says he's buzzing just mentioning it, but he's got business first. He faces Arnaud Merck in round 2 on December 23rd, and MVG still has to do his part too. What do you think? Smart psychology from Wright or a risky poke at MVG? Here's the biggest update to online darts this week.
Sports Arena has just launched its inaugural round-robin format, and it changes how online darts tournaments run from top to bottom. If there are 7 players or less, it's pure round-robin. Everyone plays everyone, and consistency wins. If there are 8 or more, the tournament flips into group stages, then a knockout bracket, giving every player more meaningful games before the pressure rounds begin. The first free-to-play test event already delivered a standout winner: Brett Pickersgill. After his run, Brett summed it up simply: everything finally clicked. Scoring felt sharp, doubles were steady, and beating Dave Francis and Alan Reeves meant a lot because he rates them higher than himself. And the leaderboard tells the story. Dave Francis topped earnings on £156 with a 73.8 3-dart average and 28 wins. Lee Andrews followed on £110 with a 74.5 average. Alan Reeves took bronze on £70 with a 75.7 average. Brett finished 4th on £28, averaging 68.1. And here's the kicker. Sports Arena is the only online darts app where you can win real cash instantly, plus full video replays to review, share, and settle debates.
And that's it for us this week, folks. Help us hit our next milestone and subscribe. And we'll see you next week.